saw a letter written in the sand. Children were playing, adults tracing with their hands. Crowd came in, everybody understands. I don't know what I want, but I know what I can't have. I know what I can't have. If you get burned, you get frightened by the flames. Wait for the firefighters to carry you away. Focus too much on the center, you miss the periphery. Change, you can make a splash in the ocean, but the moon makes the waves. The moon makes the waves. Give me a kiss, let my teeth eat up your time. If I keep myself distracted, everything will be fine. I am a warrior of sensation, a gun in the line of a firing squad. I'll kill anything you like. I'll kill anything you like. Every rock you cry, every brick you make into every marbled casket and every path that aches. Every rundown castle, every stagnant lake. Heard the starting gun, it's about as much as I can take. It's about as much as I can take. I am the whisper on your back, your medication for heart attack. Another moment you can't take back, another red light. I am a catalyst in a petri dish. I am the eyelash that broke your wish. Another card too deep to stitch, another red light.
Mark is 5'7". Mark wears high visibility clothing and sturdy steel-capped work boots. Mark has a goatee with a grey patch under his lip. The rest of his face has stubble, but you can tell the last time he shaved he had a goatee on purpose. Mark is probably bald, but wears a hat, so we don't know for sure. Mark works 6 days a week with a high-pressure hose cleaning trucks, tractors, forklifts and drilling equipment for mining companies in a large yard 50 metres from his house. He drives to work. Mark is paid well enough for his job, which is demanding, but wishes he was paid more. Mark has Sundays off, a perfect opportunity to spend some quality time with Julia, his wife, and his 3 sons, John, Jack and Jim, who he loves dearly. What Mark looks forward to most on Sundays is the quiet moments of solitude, the moments of reprieve. Julia puts Jim in the baby seat of their car, an expensive four-wheel drive purchased on credit with an ungenerous rate of interest. Jack and John sort themselves out. Julia drives to the shopping centre, leaving Mark alone. Mark drinks pre-mixed cans of bourbon and cola. Mark prefers the strong cans. His reckoning is that by drinking stronger drinks, he will drink less cola and less sugar, which will halt his ballooning gut from expanding more. Alone on Sundays, Mark looks at his naked body in a full-length mirror. Mark keeps his hat on. Mark feels an interminable sense of loss and longing. Mark looks outside. It's raining heavily. Mark worries about his family. Will Julia lose control of the car? Mark imagines his family skidding into a small yellow sedan at a set of traffic lights, causing a 7-car pile-up, with 2 halves of a semi-trailer on top, like a banana split. Mark imagines himself waiting for his family to come back. Mark imagines himself pacing by the phone, looking anxious and concerned, just like a good husband and father would. Mark imagines the phone call from the hospital, hopping in his ute and racing down to the hospital. Mark pictures himself dodging cars and running red lights, but in the end, tragically being too late. Mark thinks about how he would feel, gutted like a fish. But then Mark is surprised by a new emotion, relief. Mark doesn't want his family to die. He loves them. He certainly would never hurt them. He doesn't even like squishing spiders. But Mark isn't in control. He's not responsible. It's out of his hands. The choice is made for him. Mark imagines the funeral, 4 coffins, 1 regular size, 3 small. Mark pictures himself arriving drunk early in the morning. Mark isn't in control. Mark imagines himself weeping loudly in the funeral parlour. Mark doesn't cry in public, even when horrible things happen. Mark thinks about finally lifting the lid off and letting it all pour out. Friends and family look on in horror. Mark isn't in control, but who could blame him? Mark imagines himself coming home in the afternoon. Mark is drunk. Mark gathers all of the furniture in his 4-bedroom house and dumps it in a pile in the lawn in his front yard. Mark douses the chaise lounge and the armoire in petrol and sets the great pile on fire. Mark watches everything he had bought with his hard-earned money spew big clouds of lacquered smoke into the hot summer air. Mark's neighbours shout at him. Mark doesn't hear them. Mark leaves a mattress, a sleeping bag and a pillow in the lounge room. Mark looks in the personal ads of the Herald Sun and gets his phone ready. He calls, 20-year-old, double D, not Asian, call for good time. She brings a friend. They both have large breasts and tired faces. They smoke crystal meth together and have sex in degrading positions. Tears run down Mark's face. 20-year-old, double D, not Asian, call for good time, and her friend pretend not to notice. Mark loves drugs, but he doesn't know anyone who sells them anymore. He likes the memory of taking drugs. Mark and Julia used to take drugs together. They'd stay up all night and have sex and sleep all day. They had a great time. Mark loves Julia more than anything and hopes she didn't die in a car accident. The doorbell rings.